from the back of a moving U-Haul in the heart of Columbus, it's Tacky Tablecloths!
Is that our intro? Skidda!
No, that was our intro like 2 weeks ago.
His presence is ever looming. He is here. And my co-hosts are making gestures at me that I do not appreciate. Welcome back to another edition of this podcast that is called Tacky Tablecloths.
Big.
Do you know what episode this is, Bryn?
What was it, 33, 34, 33.
That's right. It's lucky number 33, which is Kevin Falk's number when he used to play on the Patriots.
That's right.
That's an important number.
Very
All right,
important.
thank you.
It's a very important
Patriots.
number to me.
Very important.
Bigly number.
It's football season.
Yeah,
we
whatever the fuck that was.
normally we talk about nerd shit, but when it comes to the fall time on this podcast, we do like talking about the football.
We talk about it in a nerdy way, though.
Well, yeah.
Well,
love our
Alex does,
stats.
because like
Alex knows everything.
he is to football what like fucking D&D people are to like knowing every goddamn spell in the player's handbook.
I wish, but trust me, there are people way better than me. There are people who get paid to be way better than me and have access to every play of every game, and I wish I had that information, but I don't.
Yeah, but I've
One
heard
day.
you make like more like level-headed, actual good like takes on sports and football and shit than like people I see on TV, which is really annoying.
Oh no, I'm not talking about commentators. Most commentators outside of Tony Romo are fucking idiots.
Are you just talking about like YouTube people?
I'm talking about YouTube people and like Pro Football Focus and basically anyone that isn't employed by one of the major networks, because the major network people are there purely because they used to play the football, and you can tell that they used to play the football because what they're saying is not coherent.
Yeah.
I'm Chris Collinsworth. Let me tell you about this guy right here. This guy plays football. He went
Well, let
to
me
the
tell you about this
University
guy.
of Football.
No, hold on a second. This guy plays the football better.
Now this is what you gotta do. You gotta get the football down to the end zone, and if somebody else scores, then you gotta score back, because if not, then they have more points than you.
That's why Gus Johnson's the best, because he just yells.
The other Gus Johnson.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Every time his name is brought up, you do this.
I'm pretty sure we've had this same
He commentates
talk.
almost every OSU game.
Yes,
you
he
should
does.
know his name by now.
It's always him and Nick Fowler. Or Herb Street.
So college football's back up, and we live in
Yeah.
the city of Columbus, and
Which means I get beer cans thrown at my head all day long.
yes.
Die.
By the way, I'm Bryn. The portly
My name is
gentleman
Alex.
is Alex.
They can't. They don't know that.
They threw
They
me
can
into
hear
They
this
don't know that
U-Haul.
until you say that.
And this is Bogn back again for the
Boggin's
second week.
back.
Because I don't do all those like what's that Patton Oswalt routine where he's like, you can just tell that someone's fat by the way they pronounce the letter B.
Sitting at the bench eating a bean burrito.
You don't sound like Eric.
I do my best to not sound like.
So anyway, yeah, we are in the city of Columbus, and we love our Buckeyes.
yeah,
but that
you
last
guys
game
love
was-
your Buccas.
that last game was fucking obnoxious.
That's boring.
What?
Like,
What the fuck are you?
No.
Okay, hold on,
I know
hold
what you're
on.
gonna say. Go ahead and say, because I know what you're gonna say, and I said the same
As
thing.
someone who is not a fan of the team, it was your quarterback's first fucking game playing for them, and he scored 4 touchdowns in like 7 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's incredible.
So I know you're about to be all negative because the team gave up 2 touchdowns total.
Well, Urban
But-
would have driven up the score, but also given away the playbook, I think. So
Yeah,
maybe
see,
he's
that's
doing
the
a
other
good
thing.
thing.
You do not want to use your full playbook when you're playing a bunch of
Or all
children.
your starters.
Yeah, or all your starters. Because that's what Jim Harbaugh does.
Wow.
And that's why Michigan is terrible every year. Well, also because we sit our best quarterbacks, like this year with McCaffrey, and just continue to use Shea Patterson, even though he's dog food.
The problem is that the SEC blows us out of the fucking water every single year because there's that expectation in college football to just be absolutely perfect or you're not going to make the playoffs. And that's why OSU fans are always just like up in arms, like, oh my God, it wasn't like 348-3.
Yes.
Why?
That's called very high expectations.
Yeah, why aren't we ranked higher? So, yes, no, I understand that, and Buckeye fans are
Alabama stumbled a lot more than we did.
Alabama always does, though.
What was...
Alabama never looks good against bad teams until, like, the fourth quarter. Because every year after year, week after week, it's, oh my God, Alabama shit themselves against Southern Christian Utah Methodist Mormon University. The score is 7-3.
Oh my God! It's that like 15th Florida college that you've never heard of before. Like, who the hell are these people?
It's Southeast, Southwest, Central State, California,
Catholic University.
D7.
the fighting nuns.
Fighting nuns. They're coming back.
Shit, I was going to make a joke, but then I forgot the guy's name.
I'll just laugh anyway.
Oh, L. Ron Hubbard University.
Oh, God!
There we go. All right, it's still funny.
Is their mascot just a volcano?
It's Lord Xenu himself.
Lord Xenu.
All right, bear with us, folks. We're going to talk about sports for a little bit, but we'll get into the nerd shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so most college football teams came back. There was... Sorry about that. There was like one unimportant game the week before. That was about it.
The only interesting game really that I watched all weekend was fucking Notre Dame because Louisville actually put up a fight.
Did Notre Dame end up squeaking a win out?
I stopped watching, so you're gonna have to keep talking while I look up the actual score.
See, I
I'm
really
professional.
don't care. I'm going to assume that they did because I would have heard if they had lost, just since they, were technically a top finisher last year.
My family are.
But I would be really surprised if they went on to do
fans,
anything.
so.
Because every year they get overrated. The only team they beat last year with a winning record was Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
And Michigan was terrible last year.
Well, yeah.
If that's the only highlight win you have, that's not much.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, they blew them out. It was 35-17. The first half was just like
that's not a blowout.
It was neck and neck.
So how come that constitutes a blowout, but then OSU
is a figure of fucking speech, you goddamn football.
It's a figure of speech that you used wrong.
Yeah,
I don't give a flying fuck. Yeah, go fuck yourself. There you go.
That's what I was going to say, actually.
Yeah,
when it comes to OSU, you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
I literally don't give a shit. I could give two shits about college football.
Big?
I watch Ohio State because it's Ohio State, and I follow it because everyone else, has to talk about it.
Because if you don't, they throw beer cans.
Exactly.
Barn, are you trying to say something? Are you upset?
You know what I'm trying to say? I give a shit about the NFL.
Dang, just came out.
Like how many girls even that don't watch it at all, but they'll just be like, well, no, not that, because I know plenty of girls who do like watch plenty of football.
Oh yeah.
But there'll be like ones that I would talk to whenever I was like, actually talking to a girl, and they'd be like, "You don't like OSU?" And I'm like, "No." But they didn't watch it. They were just mad that I wasn't an OSU fan, like that I wasn't.
Did you go to OSU? No.
Does it matter? I'm part of the team.
Yeah.
I watch them.
Yeah, who's the head coach?
Herbal Miter?
I mean, that's like literally that's still like some of the same old dumb fucks too who'll come in day after day wearing like their OSU shit, and they're just like, "Oh, that Urban better get us a win this week."
Urban retired 3 years ago.
Like literally in like 3 or 4 years, they'll still be like, "I don't know what this Urban's doing," because they would still be blaming things on Tressel long after he was gone.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like, "Man, this Tressel offense just ain't scoring us nothing." It's like, Urban Meyer's been the head coach for several years, sir.
Jim Tom Sula's really fucking the team over.
What?
They've never heard of a Jim Tom Sula.
He sells bologna outside the Home Depot.
Buy some bologna bars.
So NFL, much more interesting.
I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
What's a game that was of interest, my bro?
There haven't been
There
any
have
games
been
yet.
preseason games.
Preseason.
That doesn't count.
Tomorrow are the
First game.
is the first game
And that's
the last game.
The Packers versus the Burrs.
The Burrs.
Which week one last year was Packers, and it wasn't the first game, but it was also because that was the game that Aaron Rodgers broke his leg, but he fucked his leg
so hard,
disappeared, and then came back and carried the team.
He carried the team on one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, carrying the team on his back.
That game was great because it was literally just like him versus Khalil Mack, because Khalil Mack was like all of the Bears like defense, and scored a touchdown for them.
Yes. Yeah, that was their first game, and like really the only like really great game that the Packers had all last year, unfortunately.
That's too bad.
But as far as I know, Aaron's in full recovered.
I doubt it.
In full recovered.
He's in full recovery.
Well, as much as an NFL player can be, because
hey, he has the magic mustache.
He took lots of painkillers, my bro.
No NFL player is ever fully recovered until they're out of the league.
Look at Tony Romo. He's like the $1 million man. They keep trying to build him up, and now he has to sit in a booth. And
you know what?
In his pod.
As long as he continues to be the best commentator, I am perfectly fine with that.
Absolutely.
But speaking of Cowboys players and actually OSU players.
Okay, never mind. I was like, did you just make a bullshit transition? I forgot he played for the Cowboys.
Well, see, I work so hard on these, and every single time you guys just shit all over them.
Oh, you guys!
Because you refuse to allow me to even finish what I'm saying.
Because it's
hey, direct your anger at this man over here.
Because it's funny.
I'm sitting in the corner of the
People
U-Haul
think
over
it's
here.
funny.
No, at least one of us is trying.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, a current Cowboys player, Zeke Elliott, signed a massive ass contract.
The Ohio State University running back.
Yeah, also former and current cereal eater.
The only cereal
Have you ever seen that GIF?
Was he the pot squatter?
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah, okay.
No, but the funniest thing is that GIF is just like shoveling cereal into his face.
Yeah. Who's the lobster guy? Was that Jameis Winston?
Stealing the crab legs?
Yeah,
that was famous Jameis.
Famous Jameis.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zeke
got a big ass contract.
Oh yeah, he's the highest paid running back in the NFL.
Holy crap, that was fast.
What?
He's only been in the NFL for a couple years.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's like,
well, you kind of
arguably the best running back in the NFL.
Though. I can't believe that.
He has the benefit of having one of the best lines, and he's definitely not the most complete back. I would still give that to Le'Veon or Todd Gurley, but he's definitely probably the best rushing running back.
That's why I said one of the best and not the best.
Oh, I thought you said the best. I'm sorry.
Mr. Contrarian.
Well, no, because I hear that because, again, the former OSU bias. Everyone's like, no, Zeke's the best running back.
Because he played for the Ohio State.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the logic that they follow. But then, by their same logic, Tom Brady doesn't count, even though he went to Michigan. So it's like...
That's just horse.
Anything to
anyway,
prop up
I got Zeke on my fantasy team, and I was worried because he might not have played like the first couple of games.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be out the first couple of games because Jerry's a tight ass, and I thought they were going to roll with their rookie running back Tony Pollard and see how that went. So I picked him up. What?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But no, unfortunately, Zeke's back.
Yeah, and I got him on my team, and I'm gonna dominate. So anyway, yeah. Anthony, what's your favorite NFL team? Are you a Browns fan?
I like watching players I knew from the college football time play in the NFL.
Are you a Browns fan? Dude, you like watching Baker? Baker is an insult.
How is Baker an insult?
Well, if as an OSU fan, he should be insulted.
I understand
because
the
he
college
talked trash
atmosphere,
against the
though.
team that was talking trash against him.
I mean, of course, I was mad at
college.
first,
It
but
happens.
Right, it's just the
OSU
atmosphere.
players were shit talking,
And then he
him
ran
the
out
whole
and
week.
planted a flag in the middle.
Again,
That
Yeah.
stuff makes it
OSU
fun.
players were shit talking him the entire week beforehand, so he did that. That's just that happens in college football.
I'm
But-
not arguing again. I'm just saying little
You
Biggles-
literally called
little
him
Biggle-
a what did you
little-
say? A disgrace?
Little
Huh?
big.
Yeah.
I was comparing it to what I would think Anthony's point of view would be
Oh.
as a retarded OSU fan.
Wow. Now I know what I
Anthony
am.
doesn't throw beer cans at people. That I know of.
Have you been down to campus and lit a couch on fire?
A couple
recently?
times, yeah.
Okay.
Threw him into this old
Couple
lady's home.
All right.
They got out really slowly. A couple of them didn't make it, of course, but that's how it happens.
That's the new thing is since couches are no longer allowed, you then break into someone's house and set their couch on fire inside. That's the new
It's the
campus
easier
policy.
way. I'm going to use your couch, ma'am.
Oh, I was sitting on that.
Not anymore.
I gotta set it on fire
afford this
for the team.
Yeah, the team, the players need to know.
No, but I like Baker. I like watching him encourage the team. I think he's a good team leader.
He's probably the best thing that's happened to the Browns in years. But
Absolutely. I'm excited to see them. AF.
They'll definitely
We'll see.
be interesting no matter what, because the potential for them to just completely explode under a dude who's never led anything before and Freddie Kitchens is incredibly high. So
why do they always get just like the most garbage
head coaches
coaches?
possible?
Yeah, it's like they have a pretty good team right now, and you'd think like some coach who's like had some experience and is like, yeah, I want to be a head coach and like show that I can lead a team. Like, why the fuck isn't that a
I don't know, Barn. You seem to know a lot about the NFL.
Well, they rolled with Freddie because he was the offensive coordinator and Baker liked him in the second half of the season after they fired Todd Haley and
Well, it's kind
and Mr. Fish, whose name I am blanking on, Hugh Jackson. So they were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well, fuck it. Baker likes this guy. We're going to go with him. Because Bruce Arians at one point was interested in the team, but then he ended up going down to Tampa Bay to coach fucking famous Jameis instead.
Well, it's kind of like what happened with the Packers. They just got a guy already in the organization, Matt LaFleur.
He was not within the organization.
I thought he was, wasn't he the
No.
offensive coordinator?
No, he was the Titans' offensive coordinator.
That's it.
He
All right, I'm done
Kyle
with football
Shanahan.
talk. Alex is just rambling.
How the fuck are you fucking stupid?
Oh my god.
You said something horribly wrong. I corrected you, and now you're pissy.
No. Oh my god.
Someone inject CBD oil.
I'm
to
done.
its stat.
I'm done with the
Barton
football.
is leaving the podcast.
I'm
You're done
Here-
with the
here I go.
football.
I'm gone.
Next time,
I'm on Barnes' mic.
Nope, no, you're not.
next time, I guess I'll just let Bard continue to be completely wrong.
Okay,
All right.
transition, Barn.
Yeah, let's hear one of your famous transitions.
We saw a movie this week.
Incredible.
Riveting. Tell me all about
I can't
the movie.
wait. I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right,
I'm gonna shit
are we done with
myself.
football?
Well,
football.
you certainly
Well,
said
yeah,
so, my bro.
You took
more
a shit
football.
all over
Yeah,
the
I'm
U-Haul.
good with
Hey,
moving on,
look
though.
at me. Look at me.
No,
I am the captain.
I am the captain.
no, I'm looking at Bogn.
All right.
Hi.
I waved.
I'm waving back.
Audience, I'm waving at Big Al, just so you know.
Audience, I'm also waving at Bogn.
And
not
Barn
doing that
is
noise.
being... Here's a wave.
Bard, tell us about the movie you saw.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come.
What movie is it?
Oh,
Getting close, please!
I came after I saw it. It's called the Peanut Butter Falcon.
What?
The
Peanut Butter
Peanut
Falcon?
Butter Falcon. What a stupid fucking name. What
No.
is
Sound really dumb.
No, it is not because it is a good movie.
I doubt it.
that? A movie can have a stupid ass name and still be a good movie. Like
Yeah, look at
I'm trying to think.
The Phantom Menace.
No, that's not a good movie. That's not a
Well,
good
that's
movie
like
or a
just
good
your
name.
opinion, man.
Barn just throwing Star Wars under the bus whenever he can.
Of course.
I'm
So
surprised you
anyway,
didn't mention The Last Jedi.
Oh gosh, this is going to Star Wars again.
don't. We're not doing that this week. We're gonna have a Star Wars extravaganza
No.
before the movie comes out.
No.
Oh, sure we will, Big Al.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
After we see the Mandalorian,
We have to
and it
give
sucks.
Disney their money. They don't kill our families.
They don't kill our family.
The House of Mouse needs your motherfucking money, hole. So anyway, we saw a movie called The Peanut Butter Falcon, and it was good.
Oh, that's a shoe.
Big good.
Yeah.
I highly big amend it.
Does someone want to describe the movie?
Yes, I would love
for
to,
it, Barn.
because you rambled about football for 20 minutes.
That's not even remotely true.
Okay. So this is a movie starring Shia LaBeouf as in his comeback role.
Who's Shia LaBeouf?
He was on Even Stevens on the Disney Channel.
Whoa.
He was also in Disturbia.
Yeah.
And Transformers.
Otherwise known as Rear Window
Reimagined.
Rear Window.
Yeah.
Rear Window for Tweens.
Oh, funny story about Disturbia.
Oh yeah, tell us that story.
That
since it's relevant.
I don't think that we've ever actually told this on air, but Alex and I, one of our old roommates, I was at a band with him, and he went to this recording school down in Chillicothe, and after
That's too specific.
Whatever, I don't give a shit.
And City of Chillicothe does not recognize us.
Chillicothe has 3 people in it, Barn.
And they after he had graduated, one of the teachers there would always get our band to come down and like record for like the classes, so they could like have experience recording actual bands,
and not just like the sound of them farting into the microphone and then like someone else mixing it.
So there were usually like a class of like 4 to 8 people that were in there just taking turns on the board and
taking turns.
Yeah.
From my experience watching, it'd be like one person doing it.
There was the teacher.
Jacking off.
Yeah, 1 or 2 people that actually knew what they were doing, and the rest just fucking dicking around and taking smoke breaks every 5 seconds.
It's like, dude, you haven't done anything. Why are you taking another smoke break?
So where's this going, Barn?
Yeah. So I don't know. He keeps interrupting me every 5 goddamn seconds.
He's adding humor.
Is this funny,
humor
audience?
Added.
Is this funny?
Yeah, let's ask our live audience.
Drop a comment in the comments below if you think this is funny.
If anyone gets this far.
So anyway, we were down there one time, and we were also we get all the recordings when we're done, which was nice to have like some good professional recordings. Anyway, we were down there one time, and there was this one kid. He was just like this chunky stoner, and he didn't do a goddamn thing the entire time. He was just sitting in the corner, high out of his fucking mind, and just being a nuisance. And someone was it might have been our old roommate. But anyway, it got brought up that he was in the movie Disturbia when he was a kid. Because he was about our age, and he would have been smaller then.
Presumably.
Yeah, well, he was still a little chunk. But if you've seen the movie Disturbia, there's a scene where there's this little fat kid on a bike, and he's pestering Shia LaBeouf. And then he rides his bike away, and Shia LaBeouf's chasing after him, and then his ankle monitor goes off. That little fat kid on the bike was the kid that we ran into, and he is just a complete fucking idiot.
Are you trying to start Hollywood beef when we only have 5 listeners?
Man, he ain't in Hollywood. That's the only goddamn movie
Maybe it'll get us more viewers, though, Al.
That's a good point. Also, did you notice that I said 5 instead of 4? Because we have a new listener.
Amazing.
Do we?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my bro Sean for being a new listener.
Thank you, Big Sean.
Thank you
Not
for
the rapper,
taking
though.
our total up to 5.
Groovy.
How do I take it to 6?
I don't know. We got to find a 6th person and pay them to start listening.
Well, if I subscribe to it. I don't think I've subscribed to it yet.
We don't count you as a listener if you're on the show.
I'll make myself anonymous. It's for the show's sake.
So anyway, The Peanut Butter Falcon was a movie that we saw starring Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson. You might know her as the lady who takes her clothes off and gets whipped.
In
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was like, in, like this happens, it's performance
she
art?
She used to be in BDSM porn.
Barn was about to list a lot more movies.
No, those are the
You don't know anymore?
That's the only movies I know of her.
Oh, getting whipped.
That's what was funny when I was like, she looks vaguely familiar, but I don't know who that is. And you were like, she's in 50 Shades. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen any movie she's been in.
Yeah. You've never even seen the first one?
No.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't have a girlfriend, so why would I have
Oh
seen
yeah,
that
I mean
movie?
that's the only reason I saw it.
So Peanut Butter Falcon, what did you guys like about
I
it?
loved it. So anyway,
Let's
let me
summarize
finish the description before we start making goofs and gaffs and gaggalagoos.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Giggle.
It stars Shia LaBeouf as a Louisiana scrimpy farmer.
He's a scrimpy boy.
He's a scrimpy crab boy, and he steals crabs. And he's really like the side character, because the main character is named Zach, and he has Down syndrome, and he has no family, and he lives in an old people's home because the government doesn't have no idea what to do with him.
Yeah.
But his aspiration in life is to become a professional wrestler, because he loves watching VHS tapes, or tape, really, of the saltwater redneck from Florida, who is his favorite wrestler.
Carolina.
Huh?
It's Carolina.
No, dude. Oh, what was it?
Yeah, because remember, it's like on that weird outskirt thing. Florida was on the way down. That's where Scrimpy Boy was going. But it was technically in Carolina. I don't know if it was north or south.
I'm assuming South Carolina.
Probably south.
Okay. Anyway, down in the bayou.
But yeah, it's so fucking swampy and southern. I thought it was New Orleans or like Louisiana.
Nah. Nah.
It's an interesting
It's a
plot,
very unique
though.
setting.
I like the conflict. Basically, do you send this kid back to this government facility to keep him safe, or do you allow him to explore himself?
Home.
Well, okay.
When you say government facility, you make it sound like Area 51.
Well,
All right, we've got the Down syndrome kid in Area 51.
He's locked up in a room with Bruce Dern.
Yeah, like no, this is a lot more of a wholesome movie than that.
Also, this is the second movie we've seen this year, and that we've had Bickles on with Bruce Dern in it.
What else was he in?
He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
This is a big year for him.
did he play Queen, or who the heck did he play in Once Upon a Time?
He's the blind guy in the trailer.
Oh right, yeah, blind guy.
You know, he wakes up.
Most underused.
it was
character.
a house.
Yeah,
it was
well,
just a small house.
Small house.
He's the one that fucks Dakota Fanning,
Yeah,
or it's implied.
Nice.
it's a big year for him.
Big year.
Well, yeah, Tarantino has him in all of his movies now as that old guy.
Well, yeah.
I mean, for the last 10 or 15 years, or 20, I don't know, he's been in as that old guy.
Well, he's getting money for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's using his talent.
I can't remember
Being
the
old.
last other thing was he in Nebraska?
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
about to say that was kind of his like career revival because he
Yeah.
had an Oscar nomination, I think, for that. Yeah, I don't think he won.
Speaking of rambling,
This is relevant. It's movie talk.
Yeah,
brah.
Have you ever seen
we're allowed
Nebraska?
to ramble about movie talk because we do that every
Also,
week.
Nebraska's fitting as well because it's a.
Hey, hold on, are those Tic Tacs?
These are
And are those yours?
These
and
are
can I
mine.
have
Not
2
mine.
Tic Tacs? ASMR.
I was required to do an
Sorry.
ASMR
All right,
bit right
give
there.
me
Anyway.
your Tics.
Nebraska is a actual fitting movie to talk about as well because that was also a road movie. It was also lighthearted. Nebraska was a little bit like, I don't want to say darker than this was, but it definitely
it was filmed in black and white.
I meant thematically more because he's kind of facing like the mortality of his father and the fact that his dad was going to be dying.
Are we doing a review on Nebraska?
No, I'm just saying it's not the worst movie to also be talking about relevant to it.
Sure.
They both have Bruce Dern in them.
Okay, my bro.
all.
Good anecdote.
But anyway, yeah, I saw a trailer for Peanut Butter Falcon like months ago. I was like, damn, this looks really fucking good.
Oh, see, the first time I saw the trailer was in the movie theater when we saw The Art of Self-Defense.
Oh, okay.
I'd never fucking heard of it until then.
I think I saw one trailer online before that, and I was like, wow, this looks really cool, and this is going to get, like, no attention.
Yeah.
And it actually, since it's come out, I've heard a lot of positive press about it, like
Good.
a lot more than I thought it would
Deserves
be for
it.
Cool.
such
It was
a
a really good
low-budget
movie.
movie.
Well, having Shia LaBeouf attached to it probably helps because he's such a strange force.
Yeah, like he was at one point like a blockbuster draw.
Yeah.
And
I
now
don't know
he's
how
just
people
like
feel about him.
I think he's great.
I think he's a great actor.
He needs those really great roles. I think that this movie itself, he was really good in it.
Yeah.
But this is a really good stepping stone for him to get into.
I'd love for him to explore that type of stuff more.
Yeah, I really hope he becomes one of those, like, really,
that movie that gets him into actual movies.
I've compared him to, like, Walking Phoenix before, where it's like, he kind of stays out of the limelight. He doesn't really give a shit about, like,
just does movies he's happy to do.
The bigness of Hollywood and whatnot. Yeah. He just wants to do a good job and is also very talented. Yeah. And also, both of their off-screen personas are very
fucking weird.
Yes, fucking... I was trying to put it a little more eloquently, but yes.
Yeah, Disney stars, they have really strange character arcs.
Walking, at least, though, has the awards and nominations to go for it, though. Shia doesn't have...
Even though, the only reason Walking Phoenix hasn't won an Oscar is because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He stated before, like, if he wins an Oscar, he will not give a flying fuck about said Oscar. Speaking of Walking Phoenix, he might be getting his Oscar this year. Who knows?
Yeah, everyone's throwing it around a lot for this movie.
I know.
Well, you might want to specify. That makes it sound like he was in the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, yeah, he was in the Peanut Butter Falcon as the Falcon.
For Society, the movie.
We're talking about Joker.
Movie.
Yes, Joker.
Yeah. Winner of the prestigious IGN 10 out of 10.
Yeah, where did that come from?
You know what? This is the same website that gave The Last Jedi a 9.7.
Oh, gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was their score.
Did they really do the... Oh, yeah, they do, because Pokemon got the 7.3 for Too Much Water. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
You really feel like the Joker when you watch it.
I'm sure the movie is good. It's just such a meme to make fun of IGN's reviews because... Yeah. The problem with IGN is there's just so many people reviewing stuff that it's not like a
too
centralized
much money involved too.
Idea.
Well. Yeah,
you're not. It's not like when you were seeing a movie review in the Chicago Tribune by and I blanked on his name, Roger Ebert.
Yeah,
you're getting a Roger Ebert review.
Yeah, and that's why we've honestly seen more of that pivot to YouTube film critics.
Oh, absolutely.
Someone you trust.
Yeah, it's
someone
like
you can put a face to.
We tell you what movies be good because other people tell us.
Even though we stopped halfway through our review of the Peanut Butter Falcon to start talking about Joker.
No, we'll get back to it. This is an entire segment.
I know.
This is the way we do it.
We're going against the waves.
It's like making a crepe. Like you got it rolled out, and then this is the. What?
No, continue.
I've never made a crepe.
This analogy is.
I can't relate to this. Sorry, I've never made a crepe.
A crepe is like a very thin pancake.
Okay,
it's a French pancake.
You've spread you've spread out your pancake batter. It's golden browning. Now, while it's golden browning, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start getting the cream cheese and strawberry mixture going. That's what we're doing right now, because it's not completely relevant. Like, it doesn't need to be there, but it adds to the flavor.
Wait, what is this an analogy for? I forgot.
A crepe.
No, I know the crepe, but what is it?
Like
what is the crepe an analogy for?
This is us interrupting our Peanut Butter Falcon review to talk about the Joker.
I think we're about 6 layers in right now before we can get back to the top.
All right, so this is the crunchy peanut butter that's going to go on top.
A mouse falls into a bucket of cream. All right, I'm not doing that whole thing. You know what it is.
Please don't. But so there's
big
reviewers.
Reviewers.
How IGN has too many people, you can't really trust anything because it's like,
I'd rather get the opinion of someone like Mike Stoklasa and Jay Bauman, and Rich Evans from Red Letter Media, than someone that works for like an aging newspaper outlet. Because
you'd rather listen to an aging old man as opposed to someone who works for an aging outlet.
That's true. Mike is an aging old man. Love you, Mike. But
I don't think he loves us.
No, he sure don't. Because half the goddamn internet rips them off. God, they're stealing all my ideas
and my videotapes.
Where's my Night Court tapes, you fucks?
But it's just.
But like when you the great thing about having, following somebody like on YouTube and you get to see them talk about it and stuff, or like in podcast format like this, is you get to know their personalities, their opinions, what they like, what they dislike, and you can say, oh, okay, well, they didn't like something that's kind of like this, so they're probably not going to like this, even though I like that kind of genre or something like that. And that doesn't mean that like you just you hate that person outright. It's just you see where they're coming from. Yeah, and the same thing goes for video game reviewers.
That makes it a lot easier.
It's applied to video game reviewers, but Video Game Donkeys put it really well in 2 of his videos about games criticism. Even though actual game critics hate him for saying that, he's 100% right.
Because he's calling them out, saying that their jobs are literally useless, which they are. Yeah. Because all they do is just get paid to shill for shitty games.
They're just shills.
And give Call of Duty a 9.8 every year.
Oh, yeah, the new one, though, actually looks... Sorry. I was going to say the new Call of Duty looks really good.
Get the fuck out of here. Nobody cares about Call of Duty. Okay,
but related to them shilling, did you see there was yet another instance where a reviewer went out, gave a mediocre review on a game, and then outed themselves in the thing that they had only played it on super, super easy mode?
I'm sorry.
That's how you review
They didn't
game,
like
bro.
the game because it was too easy, or...
It wasn't that they said it was too easy. It was... You know how, like, a lot of action games have, like that score counter thing on the side, you know, where it's like A or B or whatever, you know. Your combo meter. So the game Astral Chain, which is a Switch exclusive and made by Platinum Games, and Platinum is like the king of action games. Like they made Bayonetta and stuff like that, like high intensity shit. And they put in their review that the game was missing one of those systems, and it turns out that they just don't put that in on the easiest mode. Because you don't need to do any sort of nuance to win the game.
You should be forced to play on at least normal.
And then their defense always, and it was this, I don't think this guy's actually come out and defended it yet, or if he did, I haven't seen it yet. But their defense is always, well, I didn't have enough time. I had to beat it as fast as possible. And
so
it's like,
that's what lowers the quality of reviews.
Right, exactly. And
they have to shove it out immediately before the game comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whoever's first.
Because they're paid to do that, so it'll bump up their Metacritic score, so people will buy their shitty video game.
Yeah, and but that's what's bullshit is it's like you're not even experiencing the actual fucking game. You're just, and again, it's just going back more to what Donkey's saying, but I just had to add that in because it was yet another example of that happening. Like that continues to happen. My favorite fucking thing is watching the playthroughs. Where it's like Polygon gets their first 10 minutes on Wolfenstein or something, you know, and they're like, the fucking guy playing, it's like aiming, like, like a guy's like running at him and he's like trying, and like the reticle's like going all over the sides of the screen. And then they're like slowly walking down a hallway, stop.
4 out of 10, I couldn't aim. This game sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this game's not as fluid as previous entries.
Yeah, I watched you play. You don't know how the fuck to play a
It really
video
doesn't
game.
make you feel like Doom. Well, that's like when they were, I don't think it was the review, but it was like someone from IGN or GameSpot or something was demoing Cuphead.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it was literally
the tutorial.
It was literally the tutorial where you had to jump and then hit the dash button to dash, you know, which is pretty common in, you know, 2D
that
and
was
3D
the whole
platformers.
review.
Yeah, that's in. No, it was a first 10 minutes look, and
it was like an E3 or one of the
The
expos.
whole 10 minutes was them trying to beat this thing where you have to jump dash.
Yeah, they kept falling because they couldn't press A and then X. Like,
who do they find these people from? Are they
I
just
don't know. That's the mysterious
Is it just
thing.
like family members or like someone like? Because that's how it usually works in Hollywood.
It's a lot of them are like people who have like journalism backgrounds, and they just get a job there because they're like, oh, I have a journalism
He's
background.
a journalist.
But it's like you don't know anything about gaming culture, or if you do, like
you can be a journalist, but you probably don't know anything about games.
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of people at the you know, like IGN and whatever these websites are, that these people know games, they love games, and it's just unfortunate that they're caught up in this corporate fucking piece of shit, you know, environment that they're in. And that's why a lot of people have like left these companies and created their own companies. But a lot of those companies got bought out by bigger companies, and now they've become the thing they sought to destroy. So
because they leave out, they head out on their own, and then they realize that they don't actually have the ability to run a business on their own.
Yeah.
So then they have to go right back to a different parent company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the movie review later on. I guess we're talking about video games now.
No, we don't have
well,
to.
No, we'll just come back to it at the end. We'll do full circle.
So we're cooking up some creme fraiche right now. Then
yeah, we're cooking it up. We gotta let that brew.
Okay.
Our opinion about this movie.
Crepes brew.
Even though we said it was good, it's coming. It's coming soon.
Well, okay. I mean, that was a little teaser. That was a little nipple twist.
Yeah, we're twisting your
and then
nipples.
we'll get
just
back
wait.
into it and tell you why it was good.
Yeah, just give us about 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna start massaging the balls.
Bryn, when it gets time for us to go back, just start massaging Anthony's balls so that we know.
Roger that.
So that we know when to start talking about the film again.
Ahoy hoy. Huge news in the gaming scene.
What bigly news do you have?
Well, it's not news. It's something that happened and everyone's talking about it.
What is it?
Let's talk about it.
World of Warcraft Classic.
Oh.
That did happen.
It did, Barn.
Well, and fucking everyone is playing it.
That's
right,
not
Barn.
true.
Except for you two.
That's not true.
That's 33%.
There are a lot of people playing it, but
a lot of people to the point where people are waiting 5 hours just to get into their server.
Is that still happening though?
Not for me.
Okay.
I
feel like that was more like a first week thing where everybody's like, I'm gonna relive my childhood, and then they're like, oh dear God, this is all aged so poorly.
There still is or are issues.
There still is
issues with like the bigger servers, because I think there were fewer servers when the game first launched, which was like a week and a half.
I thought you meant like from when it originally
came
out.
No, not.
I was
no, this is a 15-year-old game.
I was like, I would.
But yeah, for those of you that don't know, World of Warcraft.
Yeah, what is World
of Warcraft Classic is it is the original build of World of Warcraft, which released in 2004. So it doesn't have any of the expansions. It's the original game. There's no quest markers. You don't get your mounts until the late game. There's a lot more emphasis on exploration. Even though I got really tired of reading the quest real goddamn fast, and I installed a quest add-on, so it would. I still read the quest because I love the story of what I'm doing, but I'm just like, I don't want to wander around this area. I've definitely done these quests like 10 years ago. I just want to
just get through it. Get that XP.
I'm not trying to blow through it. And I know there's a lot of purists that are playing Classic, for that, but I'm just like, just give me some of that modernization to it.
So what are you playing Classic for then? If you put everything back in,
No, I didn't put everything back in. I only have a couple of add-ons.
What exactly? Like, what are the true big differences between like normal and Classic? I guess.
So what I've experienced so far playing it, is that it's that sense of community that comes with it. Because in modern WoW, unless you're like in a pre-established guild and you have been for years, or you play with people, and you're like max level and you're way into the raiding scene, like if you're joining the retail version right now at level 1, you're not going to have that great of a time. And that's the unfortunate part. And that's what's great about this, is that people can go back and, experience it the way it was originally intended when it first came out, which is everyone starts at level 1. The economy isn't like over flooded with like, things that cost like 10,000 gold or whatever.
Not even a dragon skin thong?
No, not yet. Not
a dragon skin
No epic
Poor
mounts,
Anthony.
no purple
Poor me.
chainmail shits. But like from the get-go, like when I think I logged in like the day after or 2 days after it launched. And in the starting zone in the Elwyn Forest, there were about like 300 people just there at level 1, just doing those first couple of quests, and it was insane. I have never, in my time playing Warcraft, ever seen that area so populated. It was insane. Like, and then once you get out of that and you get to Goldshire and Westfall, like there's just so many people. And also one of the things that isn't in this version that they didn't add until later expansions was the dungeon finder, because there weren't a lot of people. Because originally, when you want to do a dungeon in one of the areas, you had to like kind of stand around that area and like in the chat be like, hey, I'm looking for a group, I'm a DPS, or I'm a tank, I'm a healer.
Oh yeah, that sounds awful.
And then you group up with people like, and then you meet them, and if you're not in a guild and someone's in a guild and you like them, you join. Which that's what happened to me. Is like I was just questing with this guy and he was really cool, and so I'm now.
And now you're married.
I am married. I'm married in the game.
Did he give you his sword of 1,000 truths?
Ooh. No, actually, did you know that sword's in the game?
Is it really?
It's not in the classic version, but I think they added it sometime after the South Park episode, which was in 2000.
Oh, nice.
When was that? 2005 or 6. It was a couple years after the game came out, but yeah.
The Sword of 1,000 Truths is a sword from an episode of South Park. It was the episode about Warcraft, if you've ever seen that.
That episode is the reason that I first started playing World of Warcraft.
I was about to ask if you had already been playing or if you played because of that episode.
The game had been out for a couple of years, and then Burning Crusade came out, and when that expansion came out, I started playing it. And then I played it for a couple of years, up until... Wrath of the Lich King came out, and then after I beat that, I stopped playing for a couple of years, and then I played for like one summer. I played Cataclysm for a bit, and then I haven't played in like 4 or 5 years, and then like this really sparked my interest. But anyway, shout out to Symphony of Souls. That's the guild I'm in.
Did you tell them about our podcast?
I think there was like one person from the guild I was talking to.
You need to stand outside of the most popular town and just spam, check out my podcast.
Check out my podcast. I talk about World of Warcraft.
Podcast, 60 gold. Please listen.
There's actually people in Stormwind that just like, they take off all of their armor and stuff, so they're just in underwear.
Then they
dance on the fountain or on the mailbox and beg for coins.
For money.
And it's just like fat, sweaty dudes that make girl characters.
Yeah.
It always is.
Happens in RuneScape.
Oh, yeah. Buying GF.
Yep, buying GF.
Yeah. But,
well, I don't think I'll ever play that game just because of the subscription model, but...
but
look like a fun game, my bro.
Most people, or for the people that are hardcore into the game, that's what they play, and that's all they play.
Yeah.
And so if that's all you're paying every year for a game...
Give me back Paragon. Shout out Paragon.
Yeah.
Dude, even the creators of Paragon.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it is.
I'll probably be playing for a while, but like, once I reach max level or whatever, it'll probably slow down. I'm gonna do some raids.
Well, that's when the fun begins.
Oh yeah.
But how
I
do
hit max level.
work?
What do I get to do? You finally get to play the game.
Do you have to go in a queue for raids, or do you have to meet people?
You so usually with raids, guilds are basically built around that.
Oh, okay.
So they recruit people with the intention that when they get to max level, they'll be useful in raids.
Oh, big.
So I think the highest leveled person in our guild right now is, I think last I checked was level 47 or 48.
What's his username? Mr. Grungle.
I'm gonna tell you that. It's very secret.
Too specific.
But anyway, we're or once he hits level 60. And, a lot of other people in the guild hit level 60, and then we can start raiding. But raiding parties are, like, between 10, 20, 40 people.
Jesus.
That sounds fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love big groups and fighting,
it's
all
great,
uniformly.
You're, like, split into parties of 5.
Okay.
So, like, each individual party is, like, responsible for, like, having
one objective
the tank, the healer, and the 3 DPSs. But... then there's 40 people, and however many groups
that is. 40?
Huh?
40 people?
No, he's saying in groups of 5. So
in groups of 5.
8 groups of 5 constituting a group of 40.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you'll have like 8 tanks, 8 DPS.
Well, you'd have more than 8 DPS. You'd have 20.
Or healers, and then however many DPS. Yeah, because you'll have 3 for each team. Yeah.
That's math.
I know. I messed up what I said.
I was just trying to help.
I know House 2 maths.
I was proud of myself for doing
Good
math
job,
for
Al.
once. Thanks.
Everyone clap for Big Al, please.
Fucking piece of shit. So anyway, yeah, raids are crazy, and that's where like all the really good gear gets. And then people are really into the PvP thing, and I've never really fucked with PvP
Not
that
PvP.
much.
Well, because it's always literally just like getting the one bullshit broken item, and that's how you win.
Yeah,
That's-
and also playing the rogue class,
that's
because the
every
rogue
game
class
that has
is
different
yeah.
loot.
Does a rogue class like crit or something or
There,
dodge?
if you have really good gear and you're max level and know how to play the rogue, you'll just stun someone and then you just hop around them so they can't like really
so you just
target
cheese
you.
them.
Yeah, so if you're playing against a spellcaster,
Oh, that's so annoying.
like actually earlier today I was playing and I was walking around this. I was like level 32 at the time. I think I'm 33 now, but anyway.
Ooh, big
This level 20 rogue comes up to me and is like, "Hey, duel me." I was like, "Okay," and then I killed him in like 2 hits of my frost blast. And then he's like, "Oh, let me get a rematch," and I'm like, "Oh god, I know what's gonna happen here." And he killed
Did
me.
it happen?
Yeah.
Did he frog hop?
Yeah, he stunned me and then frog hopped around and then fuck, I couldn't get a spell off on him.
So is there
'Cause-
enough variability to make it like fun for PvP, or is it just like clicking?
Doesn't sound like it.
'Cause
Oh no,
RuneScape-
there is. It just depends on what class you play, and
I'm
like
just thinking of RuneScape's Wild, where you just click on someone and it's like
it's not like that. There's a lot more nuance to it. Like there's different abilities you get. You have to you keybind it to like the number.
oh
pad.
yeah, you gotta. I forgot about that whole like bottom section. You have like 1,000
And then
spells.
there's different items and all this stuff. But anyway, yeah, really fun experience. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
We're gonna lose our bro Bren soon because of this game. This may be our last podcast.
I'm just trying to grind up level 60.
Nice, my bro.
And then what
I'm having
happens?
fun with it. I'm taking my time, but
And then what happens?
then I get to play the game.
Alex is gonna be okay.
What?
He's not gonna leave us. I won't let him.
Okay.
Anyway, about an hour ago, the newest Nintendo Direct happened,
yeah.
and they had lots of news.
Did they have news?
Yeah.
I didn't
What
watch
news
it.
happened? Yeah.
Well, they showed a bunch of.
I was busy teaching.
I didn't
my
even
dad
know it
how
was
to set
on.
up a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, I happened to be on YouTube before I came over, and
You mean you weren't playing Warcraft?
no, I was just on YouTube.
Oh.
And yeah, I was like, oh shit, I forgot this was on. So yeah, they announced like a bunch of stuff that's like, here we go, it's out today, which was cool. Like Banjo-Kazooie and Smash Brothers is out right now.
Oh wait, like already out?
Yeah, it just came out today.
Oh shit! I
So
didn't know
you
that.
can unlock them.
Well, I don't own a Switch.
Well, yeah. Me and Anthony can.
yeah, that's true.
I don't think I've ever played Banjo Kazooie though.
Never like the real game. Oh fuck, man! Banjo Kazooie's good. It's real fun. Rare used to make some damn good games like that, and Donkey Kong Country and
Donkey Kong.
Oh, I
Donkey
love
Kong.
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, do you?
I had that on the Game Boy. I loved it. I think I had it on the DS.
Yeah,
too, or
I
something.
honestly think that the first Banjo-Kazooie is the second best game on the N64.
What's the best Mario Sunshine? Or just Mario 64?
No,
say Mario
Ocarina.
Sunshine.
Oh,
I think
Ocarina.
Mario 64 is like the third best.
the Ocarina. Huh?
But Ocarina is number one.
I know Alex has a different opinion.
Well, a lot of people say Majora's Mask, but whatever.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
just
I'm
my
not in
opinion.
either of those
Well, there's the
camps.
top-down people, and then there's
Yeah.
the 3D.
There's not many of the top-down people. It's usually just the 3D or nothing.
I enjoy both. I think I'm more on the
No,
3D side.
Top down, more like top off. Oh, I get no respect.
Oh!
I'll be here all week.
Barnes just talking to himself again.
Yeah, what else
We're
is new?
really worried.
But yeah, so in addition to Donkey Kong, wasn't there also another character announced
Oh
for
yeah,
Smash?
who's the other character, Bart?
Oh, hold on, because I've never heard of this game before.
Oh, so the fortuner was right.
Hold on.
They were partially right. Hold on, let's
Terry from Fatal Fury.
yeah.
I'm too young to know what that game is. Well, even then, I know a lot of old games, and I've never heard of Fatal Fury
Terry.
before. So
Yeah.
I think it's a fighting game.
It's a fighting game.
I thought it was because they showed Was
Ken.
that? I don't know. It just
Ken and Ryu.
it looked like
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter characters, and I was
Well,
like,
that's 'cause
oh,
it's-
cool, they're adding another fighting character. Cool.
Yeah, well, it's better
no one
that
asked
than
for.
another sword character, which is what people
I know
thought it might have
they're
been at
they're
first.
seriously grasping at straws at this point.
I don't know
They're
why there's
not,
so
though,
many
'cause
characters.
there's so many other
Why is
characters
it-
they could be adding.
Oh, I know. Well, that's my point. Is like they want to add like the 15th Fire Emblem character.
Oh, give you Byleth. I'm okay with that. I like Byleth. Anyway,
You sing and act and math and raw.
I mean, at this
uh,
point, Super Smash Bros. Just seems like a promo base. Do you think so?
Would you like to
No.
elaborate on that statement?
So when you get added to the game, my bro, your game obviously gets a lot of visibility. Like when Bayonetta was added, like I've never heard of that game until that was.
oh, you
she
never
was
heard
added.
of Bayonetta?
Not really. I wasn't very familiar.
Bayonetta was a pretty big because that was more that it was a big deal that Nintendo was from then on getting exclusive rights to Bayonetta instead of it being a third-party game. It's still a third-party game, but it became an exclusive.
That was
for
big
Nintendo.
for them,
it's
too.
like a Nintendo
Exclusive
franchise
yeah.
now.
Isn't
Yeah.
that an M game too, or is
Yeah.
that T? M?
It's like how many fucking Switch games
yeah, I
are
was gonna,
rated M?
that was a big deal at the time. Like,
It was weird when like Solid Snake was added because
yeah.
like technically the first
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid was on the NES, but Metal Gear Solid was not a thing until the PlayStation.
It's where
Yeah,
those things
you
where they
mean
jump
the first
through hoops.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
It always.
No, I
fucks
know.
up people.
I
Okay,
know.
yeah.
Metal Gear was a top-down, stealthy kind of old game.
It was on NES and it was also on.
What? What are you looking at?
It was on like two other consoles that I don't even remember like the 3DO and something else, like
yeah, whatever.
fucking nonsense consoles.
The Neo Geo.
But the GameCube did also have the Twin Snakes, which was a reimagining of Metal Gear Solid 1. So it's like they definitely had more leeway than like Microsoft would have or anything, I guess.
Leon Kennedy should be a character because that was a GameCube exclusive for a while.
Oh, I was just saying it came out on
For
the
the
PS2
first,
and
it was
stuff.
originally a GameCube game.
Yeah.
And it is one of the
But
best
yeah,
games ever.
Leon Kennedy would make sense.
Yeah, that
as-
would be fantastic.
I mean, and I could. And
Well,
'cause,
and
like,
he was also on in the N64 Resident Evil 2.
oh,
That was
yeah.
on PlayStation as well, but you know.
Yeah, and the only like issue I could see them having with it is that he has a true gun, whereas like Snake has a tranquilizer gun, and then
He has a goddamn rocket launcher and grenades.
yeah, but those aren't guns. For some reason, guns are because it's like
You can have a laser gun which does the exact same thing as
I'm
a gun.
aware. I'm aware. I don't
Bayonetta
get it.
has a fucking gun.
Yeah, but they're like weird because they come out of her clothing.
Doesn't Joker have guns too?
Yeah, but it's technically a toy gun. Because remember, it's not a real gun. It only even fires bullets because the demons in the spirit world think it's real. Like, he's technically just pulling the trigger. Which is why it's funny that there's limited ammunition, because he's literally just pulling the trigger on a plastic BB gun. But,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I didn't know any of that, Al.
oh,
Thank
that's
you,
because
my
you
bro.
have to play Persona 5, which is a fucking great game.
I never played it, but it looks good.
And how?
At this point, you should just wait for the Royal Edition to come out anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, Overwatch is also coming to the Switch.
Oh, only 2 years too late.
Yeah, when I mean, people are still playing it. I haven't played it in
It's true.
quite a
Does the
while.
Overwatch League even still
well-
exist
Oh yeah,
anymore?
yeah.
A lot of people have left, though. Like, a lot of people I watched on Twitch
Yeah,
have
everybody I
left.
used to watch on YouTube just does Fortnite shit now.
Yeah, it's
Like,
kind of sad.
That's still a thing.
oh yeah, dude, Fortnite's almost just as popular as it was at its peak because
It's still
children player base. Like yeah, and that game is
Well, at least
constantly
Fortnite got
evolving,
all the children off of Overwatch.
but it's also constantly evolving, which Overwatch has no interest in.
Oh,
ever
holy
evolving.
crap. Did you see all the mechs and stuff that are in it now?
In Fortnite?
Yeah, I'm like, jeez, they added a
and
lot
you know,
of
there's
stuff.
like you can create stuff, like not
Yeah,
even
that-
just creating stuff in game, but like there's like the world creator thing.
Well,
all that shit.
the thing that really I love Overwatch. I love my time with it, but
Me
the only
too.
thing is just every couple of months they would add one map and,
then every
one character.
It'd be
Yeah.
like staggered out where you get like one map, and then 5 months later you get one character. The character's like bullshit broken for the next 2 months anyway.
Which
After-
Blizzard in they're in the Overwatch team. They at least put the time and effort into making well-crafted characters, well-crafted maps. But the problem is they don't mix up the core gameplay enough for it to be like, well, why am I coming back?
Yeah. And even the things that people would say, like, hey, we like this, we want more of this, like the co-op things, you just get one retread every couple of months.
And it's only there for a couple of weeks, and then they take it away.
Yeah.
One of the best additions was the map maker, or the game maker, where you can make your own.
Did they get rid of that too?
Game modes. As far as I know, it's still there. I haven't played in a while, but since I've played, I think the last time I played was before Hammond came out. So I haven't played Hammond. I haven't played the Western Girl.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't played
Ash.
My last one was Hammond.
There's a newer character out, and I don't even remember his name, but
I don't know either.
But yeah,
I think. But that's the thing. Even that, like watching their gameplay, none of it. Like Hammond's the only one that they tried something new, and Hammond took them so long to like balance and make not be fucking stupid.
Oh my
that
gosh!
They were like,
yeah.
All right, we're going back to just completely basic characters again.
I really appreciated that they tried with Hammond.
They did at least try.
He was really cool.
But then it's like when they get the robot guy, like, it's literally just everything else I've already seen.
He's a robot and he's got telekinesis.
I don't even think it was that.
Wow.
There's
That
one character
cool.
now that has some sort of.
That must be the newest one.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway.
I don't give a fuck.
The big they were showing off on the Nintendo Direct that. Because the joystick on the Switch is hot garbage.
Yes.
If you're playing handheld mode,
can you Zelda it?
you can use the tilty
Really? Wait, to do movement or what?
or to aim.
To aim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's special guest Travis.
Travis is kicked in the back door of the U-Haul. And it looks like he wants to say something.
Did you watch that Nintendo Direct? Oh, you gotta watch it. There's some good shit there.
He's even representing Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, he is. He's wearing a shirt for
Ohio shirt.
A band that's in Columbus
This is riveting
called
content.
Amative.
What's up, guys?
And there you have it, boys.
Welcome to the show.
There he is.
So, Travis, you didn't see the newest Smash character that just got announced?
Terry Bogard, I did see that.
Yeah, who the hell
okay.
is that?
Fatal Frame?
Yeah,
But, like, what the fuck is that? But, like, what is that?
I don't know what the hell that game is.
Yeah, you're yelling things out, but I don't know what that means.
MMORPG. Just oh,
he was so
he's
close.
scaled.
He came up to the mic and he couldn't do it.
What time do you work tomorrow?
At 11.
Okay.
Why?
I'm behind you.
Oh, okay.
And Travis's car just exploded behind the U-Haul, so I guess
Alright.
we won't be seeing him again.
All right, time.
Hopefully he
time
comes
to go
back.
into the program.
But yeah, so in other video game news.
Oh wait, I'm not done. There's a couple more things. I'll just rattle them
Oh,
off.
okay.
I'm
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Nintendo's finally adding SNES games, Super Nintendo games, to their free lineup. Which
Free?
is what?
You still have to pay
Well,
for
you got to pay $20 for the online, but it's
What? 20?
yeah, it's $20.
What's that, for like 3 months?
No, that's for a year.
The year, yeah.
Do you not have online?
What? Did they change that? I
No,
thought it was-
are you dumb?
looking at me? I don't even own a Switch.
That's how it's always been.
I thought it was like $50.
No, dude, it's been $20 since the beginning, which was like a year ago.
How were you playing Smash Online
Yeah,
if you weren't paying
you
for
had
that?
it. You've had
I don't-
Nintendo Online.
Yeah, but I didn't really pay attention. Maybe my brother
Jesus
bought it.
Christ.
I don't remember buying online for it.
I don't know. I just sort of had it.
Well, me and my brother both bought it. The Wii or the
Switch.
The Wii Switch
at
2.
the same time.
Wii
We
Wii.
we split the price. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
how come the Wii U was instead of calling the Wii 2 the Wii Wii?
The Wii.
That's a very original joke, Barn.
Hey,
Very big.
hey, suck my asshole.
All right,
No
so
problem.
what else happened
what other
at,
games?
Big Bowser's Funhouse?
Big
There
Bowser's
is a
Funhouse.
remaster of Jedi Outcast coming
Oh.
to Switch.
Okay, so when you say
wasn't there
remaster,
something else too? Like Game Freak had a new game.
Yeah, they have a new. I don't really care about it, but the guy
What?
the guy that
Dude, this is a company that's only made one game for the past like 20 years.
Infinity.
Yeah.
As long as the company's been around.
It's kind of a big deal, I think.
Well, yeah, the fact that they're making another
It's like
game.
the first time that Bungie made Destiny. Like, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look how that turned out.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it's kind of a big-ish deal. Like, they're doing their first.
The only thing that
original
caught my eye was that the guy that made
Dunderbale.
Undertale is composing the music for it.
Toby Fox.
Yeah.
Known furry.
Yes. Known furry.
Which is nice that he's got something else to do, because I really didn't like Dunderbale or whatever the fuck it was.
The sequel.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I've still never.
I couldn't
played
beat it. I just it just wasn't the fucking same,
Right.
man. But at least he tried something new, I guess. It's good that he's getting to do something else.
A wild naked man just walked into the U-Haul.
Oh, that happens from time to... Wait, is it Travis?
No.
No, it's not Travis. Okay.
There's a
homeless
wild
guy.
man in the backyard eating clams.
Oh, okay. There's other important video game news, though.
Yes.
Was that CD Projekt Red finally let us get a tasty glimpse at that Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay.
What is this? What are you doing?
I was trying to summon the frog creature.
Yeah, Cyberpunk looks good.
It looks really
I
fucking...
almost
It
don't
is
want to
known.
watch any more gameplay because
I know.
Oh,
That's
they've done such a good job of not spoiling anything, though. Like,
I'm so excited though.
I am too. I'm trying my best.
well.
Not to
That's
be hyped.
why I
Yeah, me
don't
too.
really want to like invest myself in it. Just on the off chance that it's good but not fantastic.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna be good, but like, is it gonna make
Because
me
with The
play
Witcher
it for
3,
300 hours?
I never played the first two. I didn't know anything about the company.
Yeah.
I just heard this game was really good. I was like, all right, cool. I like the what I've seen.
RPGs.
Download it. One of the fucking best RPGs ever.
Yep,
Absolutely.
The Witcher 3 is a perfect game. The Witcher 2 is an incredibly good game. So, like, from my perspective, because I played The Witcher 2 and then played The Witcher 3, they've only, in every way, expanded
Gotten
upon
better.
the limitations of the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're doing here with this one, where, like, the map itself isn't going to be too much bigger than, like, Novigrad and its surrounding area, but it's going to be dense as shit.
Yeah, I think that's something people haven't really explored
Yes.
lately. It's mostly just make it as big as possible.
Yeah, and I hate that. Well, I don't
And-
hate that, but like I've gotten so fucking sick
It just
of
makes
that.
it so most of it's
Well,
travel
'cause-
time, and you get to a small little house and explore it for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and then you go somewhere else.
And
Yeah.
GTA was kind of the tipping, or GTA 5 was kind of the tipping point of that, where it's like, this is like the biggest goddamn map ever.
Yeah,
But there's
it was
nothing to
fairly
do.
empty.
Yeah, like, yeah, you can like drive around and do fun shit, but after, playing it for a year or so, it's like, all right, I'm really fucking sick of this open world. And, every game has to have, here's 300 copy and paste quests. Go across this massive map. It's the size of Utah.
Well, with CD Projekt Red, at least you have the story implemented, voice acting with everything. So it'll at least be like I'll probably watch every
Yeah.
single
I'm looking forward to the fact that
dialogue.
it's a dense city with shit to do.
Yeah.
And it's not just overly large for the sake of being large.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I really liked about the scope of The Witcher 3 as well, was that you didn't just have that gargantuan map; you had different zones, so that it wasn't like a whole bunch of bullshit. Like you didn't have to fucking row your little rowboat all the way up to Skellige.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that pretty well with spacing in The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Never had a problem.
even like the whole area of Novigrad, like it's big. It's not one of the biggest map, it's not like Skyrim big.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's there's always something to do. Like every
Even if
little
it's just a little tree to
Yeah, if you're just walking around, you'll find a little encampment. And then, maybe you pick up something that starts a quest, or someone's there and gives you a quest. And then next thing you know, it's 5 hours later, and you're crying because this guy's daughter gets killed, or I don't know, I'm just making up
you dropped
quest,
your
but-
Gwent card.
Yeah.
you dropped your Gwent card in the mud.
No! I didn't get the Baron's Gwent card!
Not my
Exodia.
Vesemir.
I actually fucked that up when I've been playing, like, the one and only save file I've
You were
had.
trying to bang
I didn't,
Vesemir, my bro, or what?
No. The Baron's card.
Oh.
I permanently have on the quest log thing, it says get the Baron's card, and there's an X there, and it's just permanently there.
Oh,
Rip. Oh, the Baron Quest was my favorite.
Oh, it's great
storyline.
Fucking botchling. But yeah, and that's one of the things that I really loved about Red Dead 2 was that world was big, but it all felt very real and very I hate that phrase "lived in" and livable, but at the same time, it's like it's
shiny and.
Well, it felt like when you went into town,
like you actually felt like you were riding into town.
Yeah, you're riding into town. There's townsfolk that you start to recognize. They behave a certain way that you'd expect people to behave. Yeah. And then when you go, and then that's one game where the giant wilderness setting, like or like the open spaces is justified because that's how it was in the Old West. You expect to be see long plains with buffalo running around that you can just trap and kill, and you go down to the marshes and there's just fucking crocodiles down there, and then but when you get to was it Saint Denis?
Yeah, Saint Denis,
New
Orleans.
It looks and really feels like a New Orleans town.
Yeah. You're riding up to it and you're like, what a fancy shithole.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just really how it feels, though. Like, everyone in there's a fucking asshole.
This here is one fancy shithole, I tell ye.
But you've got all the fucking mud, just an inch away. You've got the gators that can just, kill you in one bit.
Pieces of shit run around with their powdered wig.
Yeah.
I do declare, I will have myself a mint julep.
But, yeah, so I'm very excited for Cyberpunk.
I am, too.
And,
you know what movie I'm really excited for?
Ooh, yeah.
Jojo Rabbit.
I am as well.
That's probably my most anticipated movie of the year right now.
Did we already talk on here about Disney and their the rumors about how their executives are very uncomfortable with the movie? Did we already talk about that?
Yeah, we did, because we saw the first trailer for it, and then we talked about it, because I was like, I didn't even know this was being made, and then and I didn't realize it from the first trailer, but I don't know if you thought the same thing, but did you realize that Hitler is just an imaginary friend?
In the second trailer, I did.
Okay, yeah.
In the first one, it made it look like the first trailer made it look like he's literally teaching this group of boys.
Yeah, like he's their scout. Hitler is their scoutmaster.
It literally made me think of.
I was confused too.
Like Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah.
Except with Hitler
instead of Edward Norton. That's what I thought it was. I was super stoked for that, like him just training the fucking Hitler youths.
Oh, that would be great. Anyway,
I
that'd be
still
hilarious.
really like this idea, though, even just with him being a fucking imaginary banana-eating figure.
Yeah, where he's kind of the devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, you have to kill the Jews. Like, but the Jewish girl, she's very nice to me. No, you have to kill the Jews.
It's also really funny to see Scarlett Johansson
as a Nazi.
Well, I mean, she's not specifically a Nazi. She's just a German woman.
Oh, that's right. Because she's harboring Jews.
Yeah.
Or the little Jewish girl.
She spent the last 10 years playing a fucking Soviet spy.
Mm-hmm.
She wears many nationalities.
Yes.
Oh, does she now?
One European white to another European white.
Different accent.
She played a Japanese robot once.
Yeah, that's the joke I thought you were making.
Oh no!
Without even
now
knowing
I made
you
it.
made a joke.
There we go. It is joke. It is funny.
Just pretend I did not call myself out.
But yeah.
It'll be a good character study, I think.
Say his name real quick because I always mispronounce it.
Jojo.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Nope, he's not Japanese.
I know he's not, but I thought it was at first.
He's from New Zealand. He's actually half Jewish, which...
is he? Mm-hmm. Oh, dear God.
He was... well, because he was asked in an interview or something like why he himself wanted to play Hitler, and he's like, well, I'm half Jewish, so who better to play him and make a mockery of Hitler than me? So
Seth
that's
Rogen?
why I think it's fucking hilarious. And if anyone is just overtly offended by the fact that it's a movie, it's a comedy about Nazis, needs to go fuck themselves. because you're missing the point, and I haven't even seen the movie.
Oh,
And I
wow.
know
How
the
original.
point.
A straight white male telling me not to be offended about a movie film.
Well, that's like when we in high school when we did a Nazi musical called Hindenburg.
That's true, we did. Well, I wasn't part of it, but
you
I watched it.
yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, I worked on it, and yeah, that was my favorite musical / play that we did.
That was the
the
best musical I've ever seen a high school put on.
Yeah, like
it
just turns the Nazis into a bumbling farce. Like it's great.
Just like the producers. In for Hitler.
Springtime for Hitler.
Wasn't that supposed to get remade recently? And then it never
the producers?
happened? Yeah.
I mean,
I know there was like the 2000s.
It was
the
2004
one with Will Ferrell
or something.
I swear.
No, Will Ferrell was in the movie.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
it was Matthew Broderick was the lead.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not the one with Will Ferrell.
They adapted the Broadway version of it because it was the movie originally, and then they made it into a Broadway musical,
and then they adapted.
And then which won loads of Tonys, and then they made with the same cast into.
Maybe it was that they adapted the movie version back. I don't know. I remember. I thought I remember hearing it was like coming back in some fashion again.
I'm sure it's still running on Broadway in some shape or form, but yeah.
Because I thought that was like the big joke. Like, didn't it just? I mean, not that stopped anybody else from making fucking remakes and reboots.
Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money. What were we talking about? Yeah, so JoJo is probably one of the only movies I'm like really excited for, other than Star Wars, just to get it over with. Like, I'm actually looking forward to this because I really hope it doesn't suck ass. But
Star Wars or Jojo Rabbit?
Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me too, Brandon.
Just to get it over with. If it's good, excellent.
I don't want to get over it. I want to savor it, and hopefully it'll be good.
Well, yeah. I hope it's good.
Because think, my bro, it's the last one.
For
now.
Yeah, until Disney
We're
starts
losing money.
itching. I'm chosen for $1 billion.
Let's
Who's gonna
reboot
give me
the
$1 billion?
whole franchise and start again with just J.J. Abrams directing all of them.
There's a couple more things coming out near the end of the year that I'm really excited for, but
Yeah.
I'm blanking on all of them except for Parasite right
Hold
now.
on, my sister sent me an article with like a bunch of movies that are coming out.
Oh.
It's 2019 fall and winter.
Fall and winter.
It was on Good Morning America.
Oh, yeah, I'm so
Oh,
behind
boy.
on new movies coming out.
It Chapter 2. That actually comes out this weekend. We should go see it. And then we can make a review of it. I'm excited for that. IGN.
Chapter 2.
Speaking of IGN,
they released a review already.
yeah, they did, and whoever
10 out
reviewed
of 10?
it didn't like it.
Oh, what'd they give it?
I forget.
Oh.
So do we go on the
6 or
opposites? Oh, okay, 6 or 7. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not...
I don't know.
That's about average.
Yeah,
that's-
I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't know if it's good or not, but it should.
The first one didn't blow me out of the water.
It didn't blow you?
Yeah, it didn't blow me.
There's some animated movie called Abominable.
But I think this one will be better because it doesn't have
that-
all the
I
children.
don't know about that.
I think it'll be a better
I agree.
movie.
I mean,
I think it like takes place in Nepal. I'm assuming.
Abominable. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like a fucking DreamWorks movie or something.
Frozen 2 comes out.
I don't give a fuck.
Man, I'm gonna see Frozen 2.
I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Like
Frozen was the
money cow has
worst of
started.
the recent Disney movies.
It had a good ass soundtrack.
Okay, but name a worse recent Disney movie
I don't know,
aside from Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I don't know what.
Big Hero 6.
No,
Big Hero 6
was
is the
amazing
best.
I
as
know.
Fuck.
That was a great movie.
So
Anyway,
do you
moving.
listen to the things
I
I'm
just
saying?
wanted to throw out a good movie, Al.
Gemini Man. I don't.
What the hell is Gemini Man?
The Will Smith movie.
Oh, yeah, with his clone.
Oh
Where it's-
God.
I'm watching
I don't give
that.
a shit. Zombieland 2.
I'm not really too excited.
Maleficent 2.
Not really too
Terminator 28.
No.
excited. Not excited at all.
Even if it has Arnold.
And Star Wars.
Not really that excited.
What's Star Wars?
The only one that's coming out this year. you
Next
fuck.
year.
This year.
Next year.
There is no Star Wars coming out next year. You
I want to know
dumb
what comes
fuck.
out next year, Barn.
Nothing. There is no Star
Nothing.
Wars.
There's no movies coming
no
out.
movies.
No movies coming. Donald Trump. No movies next year.
There would be
promise-
none. We're shutting it down.
We're shutting
We
it
haven't
down.
been good enough to deserve movies. Movies are ending after this year.
The Irishman comes to Netflix.
Oh, that's
in November.
That's interesting. I'll definitely watch it since it's,
yeah.
since it costs me nothing extra to watch. But I don't know. I'm scared of it.
They remade Little Women for the 8th time.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Anything
Greta
interesting?
Gerwig wrote and directed it.
Okay. Anything else?
So a lot of trash, huh?
1917 is getting a lot of buzz.
Oh yeah.
Sam Mendes.
The war
directed.
movie.
Jojo Rabbit's on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Pretty much
Oh,
it.
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
What the fuck?
Mr. Rogers.
Judy.
Yeah, I know.
The movie you didn't know you wanted.
I don't want it.
Oh, there's the Harriet Tubman movie.
All right, there's nothing like revolutionary coming out. Just a bunch of the same.
No
old.
blockbusters.
No, not really.
I mean,
Besides
not even
Star Wars.
blockbusters, just something
it's
new. Because
Star
like
Wars.
Jojo Rabbit isn't a blockbuster, but that's the most exciting next movie to come out.
Those
Well,
are the type of movies I want to
So
see
anyway,
more
let's
of.
go back to-
final verdict on the
Yeah,
on
let's
the
go
Peanut
back
Butter
to a
Falcon.
movie
Butter
that we
chicken.
did like, the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah, let's wrap this up because we're like an hour and 20 minutes into this.
You were supposed to warn us after 15 minutes by caressing his balls.
Yeah, you didn't caress my
I
balls.
caressed my own balls.
My balls
yeah,
are
you
not
do that
caressed,
nonstop.
audience.
That doesn't send us
I'll
a
have
signal.
to do it myself.
Yeah, audience, Bryn spent half of this podcast just jacking off furiously.
We're sorry about the letdown. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe or Bogn will cree.
I will cree.
But yeah, so
Yes, I loved it.
The Peanut Butter Falcon. It was one of those films that very, very easily could have been shitty. Like,
Oh yeah.
because it was such a tender, kind-hearted movie. It
It could have been really cheesy if it
Could have
wanted.
been-
Like that type of movie is usually reserved for cheesy Hallmark crap.
Yeah, something that well, I could see that role or the female role having Jennifer Gardner in
Oh
it.
yeah, they didn't do anything like
Yeah.
super obnoxious, and the things they did
Yeah.
do that I kind of was like, weren't big deals. So
yeah.
like what was the biggest gripe I had, Alex?
The biggest gripe I had was that the fight scene was the
Oh,
fight
yeah,
scene at the
that's
end
what it
was done
was.
really poorly.
Yeah, the fight scene at the end was
um.
kind of meh.
Yeah, it had a purpose for the story, but it was just still really fucking stupid.
It was a goofy climax.
It had a really poor setup.
I can't
and
say it. Sorry, I can't say it ruined the movie, but
Yeah, it didn't ruin. It didn't.
Not at
well,
all.
no, just more like the angry old man just going from like just being an old man to out of nowhere like
Being like,
beating
I
the
take
shit
this
out
too
of him
seriously.
and calling
yeah,
him
it
a
didn't make
retard.
it didn't make
yeah.
any sense.
Like, and I'm not saying that to be offensive. Like, he literally looks at him and says, "You are a retard."
That's all right. You're allowed to say the
well,
word.
I'm just
He's
still
just quoting.
I'm quoting the movie.
People who get upper arms are out that shit.
Well,
or-
still, just I'm quoting
Okay.
the movie when I say that.
Yes.
And the fact that when he says one of his lines, he's still facing part of the camera, but his lips aren't moving at all. So it's just, yeah, you big dumb, and then his mouth's just like completely flat.
I wonder if there's a story behind that whole scene. Like, wonder if something happened behind the scenes.
It's probably just there, like,
Or if it's
oh,
just
he's not
laziness.
coming off as mean enough, so they needed him to come back in and like
Yeah.
dub some lines
Overdub
back
it.
in. Yeah. But for the most part, I think the fact that they actually had an actor with Down syndrome playing the role, like if it had been someone else, like pretending to have it, it would.
Yeah, if it was
yeah.
like a I Am Sam Rain
Yeah.
Man situation,
Oh.
like I don't think it would be. As
This movie
good.
felt very genuine.
Well, and also
did.
that kid, this was like
he
his
did a
first
really
leading
good
role.
job acting.
he was so cute.
He deserves
Yeah.
at least an Oscar nomination.
Yes.
because
for supporting, right? You said,
yeah.
even though he was the lead.
Yeah, he
Well,
really
it's-
was the lead,
It was
but I
like
could.
him and
I see him getting a better chance at a
Yeah.
supporting actor. That's
I
just how
mean,
they would do it.
There are those. The frog is back. There are those movies where they just nominate both leads as supporting anyway, right? Or like
yeah, because
like,
they know that the lead category is gonna be stacked anyway.
Yeah. Well, because you can always make that argument that there wasn't a true lead. Everybody was supporting.
Right.
Well, no, I mean it's acting.
No, I know
It's
you
like-
could
like
make that
like
argument.
most Spielberg dramas.
Yeah.
Or
Although
there's just
that's
like
because
30
there's like
different
50
characters.
different. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I went way more hyperbole than you. But yeah, it would be nice to see him get that because I don't know why I'm blanking on the company that made this film, but for whoever it was, for them to be like, all right, we're gonna make this comedy, like this dramedy, comedy, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Dramedy.
You know, it's gonna be actually starring, like the main role is going to be played by an actor with Down syndrome. Like, that was probably not the easiest pitch in the world to get out there and turn into a film.
And it also adheres to the whole point of the movie, which is, you know, everyone around Zach is telling him, you know, he can't do certain things because of the way he is.
Yeah.
And Shia LaBeouf's character is like, don't treat him any differently.
Oh, yeah.
There are things that he can't do, but the things that he can do...
He's really fucking good at.
My favorite scene, can I say my favorite scene?
Yeah, dude, go for it.
It really...
You're excited. I like seeing it.
I was so happy.
He's got an erection.
It was just so cute. And Shia LaBeouf, there was this one scene where on this raft, and the girl was like... well, what was he doing? He was fishing?
Yeah, he was...
Yeah, he was telling him to do
Zach
his breathing exercises first.
Right. So he's sticking his hand under water to see how long he can. And she thought that he was, like, taking advantage of him, or, you know...
And so, basically, Shia LaBeouf was like, you know, you're treating him like an idiot. You're not calling him a retard, but the way you treat him...
Yeah, his specific wording was, you're not calling him that, but you are calling him that.
And so that actually made me think... I was like... Holy crap, I never even really thought about that.
And then he comes out from the water and he has a fish in his hands.
He caught a fucking fish.
And it's just like, hey, look what he did by himself.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a really cool movie.
Just treat people like they want to be treated.
Yeah.
Like, it was
well done. Very well done movie.
Really good movie. Great humor. Great little...
I suggest it to all my patients at work because it's a cute movie that even old people like.
It's got Kenny Powers' brother in it.
You know, this movie really says a lot about our society.
Does it, Al?
Society.
Yeah, it says a lot about our society.
Is that a transition, Alex?
No, that's just a joke. I don't want to transition.
A joke, Alex?
We've already transitioned far too much today.
Hey, so final verdict. Good movie.
It was a good movie. I would say it's definitely in the top 3 films I've seen this year. I still have to hesitate to put it above Self-Defense or a couple of the other things I've seen. But it was very, very well done. Oh my god, a lot of the camera work itself wasn't necessarily exceptional, but just the visuals that were captured, like the setting,
very
so
very
fucking
simple
beautiful.
camera work, but it was very beautiful.
It was effective.
Effective. Yeah.
One of my absolute favorite shots was when they're walking across the really shallow water, and just a complete static, just Shia all the way over on the right. Zach just kind of waddling in on the left, just stops. It's fucking beautiful.
He does waddle.
I'm not saying that to him. He spends probably more than half of the movie just wearing tighty whities.
Yeah, spoiler, but when he escapes from the old people home, he's only in his underwear.
That's hours.
And he's running around, and I could tell, like, I was laughing in the theater because it's a funny moment.
Yeah.
And I could tell most of the theater was, like, very uncomfortable, like, oh, can we laugh at this? Is this funny? It's like, no, it's funny.
I think the point of the movie,
it's not funny because it's a Down syndrome kid. It's funny because there's a dude that just got out of a window and is running down the street in his underwear.
Yeah, it'd be funny regardless.
Funny. Yeah, if it was Walter White running around in his undies, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't have any rating system, but I
we have the baked potato.
My favorite movie of the year.
That.
Although I have not seen as many movies as you guys, but
you've seen like every movie we've seen.
No,
he hasn't seen the good movies we've seen.
The big ones that you guys talk about. Yeah, I haven't seen those.
He's only seen the ones that we were less high on.
Yeah,
I think this is the only good movie that he's seen with us. This and like, depending on where you place Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
See, for me,
which everyone else around me, other than us, still continues to tell me was the best movie this year, and I'm like, bro, I just don't fucking see it, man.
It sure is not.
I just don't see it. Like, I love Quentin Tarantino, and I would love to say he made the best movie this year, but he just fucking didn't. You know?
Yep.
What were you gonna say, little guy? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, even after like it's been like a month now, I still feel the same way. So, yeah. Oh well.
There's specific scenes that I am like, I would love to see that again, but the movie as a whole,
the whole movie.
I have no interest in rewatching.
You'll see little clips on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. Like, I'm not gonna race out and buy this on Blu-ray or anything like I have done with all of his past films.
Yeah, and that's a damn. We're reiterating the shit we've already said, but yeah, it is a damn shame that this is like the first movie that I've seen by him in the theaters and just walked out of being like, well, I didn't immediately love it.
Our heroes can't always bring the best content, my bro.
That's true. That's true.
True.
Gotta give them one.
You got to give Ryan Johnson a little slack.
Oh,
That's the lesson. I
I
learned
forgot.
yeah.
Knives
Let's
Out's
cut him
coming
some
out.
slack.
Yeah, Knives Out looks really good.
Just looks like Clue.
I think it'll be good though.
It's stylish.
Even if it was Clue,
It's
it's all
witty.
the character development and all that
It's got
stuff
one
will
of
make
the,
it fun.
the most stacked cast.
Ryan Johnson
got a
is not
stacked cast.
someone that strikes me as character development. Literally none of his movies have been about character
Well,
development.
hopefully he gets help.
even Brick, which I
Yeah.
love, is not really a character development film.
No, and Looper they try, but not at all.
Not super successful.
Well, I feel like we'll enjoy watching him at least.
I'm really excited, if nothing else, just to see.
Yeah, I'll watch it with you.
This will be Chris Evans' first film at post Caps.
That's
so
true. And
he's
then
already-
this movie, I guess, will be my make it or break it for being excited for future Ryan Johnson movies because he really fucked us over.
Oh, and guess who else is in that movie? Isn't fucking Bruce Dern in that too?
Is he?
no,
Is it?
no, it's another old guy. It's
Who the fuck is it?
oh,
007.
It's
007.
isn't it the dude from MASH?
Dude, are
Well,
they
yeah,
alive?
007 is in it.
I forgot his name. Sorry, it's like Craig.
Oh, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. Yeah, I was thinking Craig, but I didn't know if that was his first.
Is
or
it
last.
Oh,
Don
Don
Son-
Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Don
Which
Johnson.
one was
Yeah.
Don Johnson?
He was the.
No,
Don-
it's Christopher Plummer.
Oh, but Don Johnson's in it too.
Okay, yeah. But I
Don
thought
Johnson's
that's
who I
what
was
you were
thinking
talking
of.
Is
about.
he the one that
no.
made the
I was
quip at
thinking
the
of
end of the
Christopher
trailer?
Plummer. He
or
was not in
something?
MASH. I was thinking of Donald Sutherland.
Don Johnson was the guy who owned the plantation.
Playing the fucking bongos.
Yeah, I don't know what the
upstairs?
fuck's going on up. Somebody's on the roof of our trailer just beating the shit
I think
out
it's
of it.
Donkey Kong.
Don Johnson played the first big plantation in Django, the owner of it, who's like, they come down, fucking
Big Daddy.
Schultz.
Yes,
yeah,
Big
Big Daddy. Hey, Big Daddy, how am I supposed to treat him? And then I can't quote like any from any. I can't comfortably
won't do
quote
movie quotes on
anything
this
that he
movie.
was in. Well, no, just because the N word is
Ricky
in every
Lindholm
single
is in-
line.
I know.
Is in this.
But yeah, but it's that guy. If you remember who I'm referring to,
Partially.
he's dressed like the. We should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
All
well,
right, so basically, the Peanut Butter Falcon was a good movie. Anthony, after seeing it, ate half a jar of hazelnut spread, and then tackled the ticket attendant.
Hazelnut.
yes.
Yeah, Nutella.
And then Barnes says.
No, peanut butter.
Well, no, because he
Barnes
didn't
says,
have
"Oh my
access to
peanut butter, Daddy."
All he had was hazelnut spread.
Is this a joke we had planned, or?
No, this isn't a joke we had planned.
Oh.
This isn't a joke.
It's just
And then everyone stood up and clapped.
the best part about this movie was I got 3 free popcorns.
He did.
Yes. Shout out Marcus, Mr. Marcus.
Oh my
Greg.
god. Okay, if anyone, if
Didn't
anyone
you guys
listening
see
to
another
this,
movie too?
if anyone here works for the Marcus Corporation that is listening, please get us a Greg Marcus badge.
Yeah, we want a Greg Marcus badge real
'Cause
bad.
we went, me, Anthony, and one of our other
Don't
friends.
say his name.
I know. Shut up.
He'll die.
We went to see
even say
scary
his name.
stories to tell in the dark, and that was not very good. It was fine.
It was fine.
Are we
was
going to
all
talk
right.
about that? I mean,
Nah.
Brent's
it was
mad.
okay.
It's
Nah,
taking
we're
too
wrapping
long.
up. Anyway, and when we were at the ticket counter, because the goddamn kiosk didn't print our tickets.
yes.
It ran out of paper or something.
And I said, "Sir, can I please have that little pen that has what's his name?"
Greg Marcus.
Craig Marcus.
Brent's already said
I'm
it 4
already
times.
telling the story. No, I remember what you said. You said, do you have any more of those buttons? And the guy's just like, no.
He showed a little smile.
But yeah, I have a running thing that when we go to the movies, if you've ever been to a Marcus theater, before the movie actually starts, Greg comes on and he's sitting in the theater. He goes, "Hi, I'm Greg Marcus, and thanks for coming to the Marcus theaters." And I always go,
Thanks for
"Hi,
enjoying the show."
Greg."
Yeah, Brent
There's
does.
always at
Unlike
least
other
one or
things.
two boomer laughs.
I get a couple of people that chuckle. And then all my friends get uncomfortable because like, "Brad, stop talking, stop! You're embarrassing us."
It's mostly the person who shall not be named.
Yes, Yeah, if anyone, yeah.
If you even say his name, he will die. So
I
don't
won't
say
say. I
it.
won't even say what letter it starts
Yeah,
with.
don't even say his nickname. He'll still
No
die.
aliases either.
Does he even listen to this?
No, but it doesn't matter. He'll know.
No.
We'll get a text. My
Hello,
He
Mr.
doesn't
Britt.
listen to us because he listens to every episode of Joe Rogan, no matter who the guest is.
Yeah, and Joe has like 5 episodes a week, so
All of them like 2+ hours.
yeah.
Well, at least an hour plus.
Oh, I didn't know he did that. He
Oh,
must be
yeah,
getting a
he's-
lot
yeah.
of info.
Some of them go forever. Oh, anyway, yeah, let's
Yeah, he's had some that go like 4 hours. Here we are at the 133 mark.
Jesus
Nice.
fuck. This has been our long. Well, hey, let's end it right now. 133. All right, everybody, you have a fantastic kick-ass day. Bryn, slap some meat. No, that's not slapping some meat.
And this is
All right,
Bogn.
everybody, remember to spay and or neuter your grandpa. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh.